If you can't afford to maintain a BMW, a Mercedes, a Mini Cooper S, Audi, don't buy these cars. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. My name is Mike the Baldadonis, and I buy and sell cars as a hobby, and I bring you guys along with me, showing you the pros and cons of each vehicle I buy. Now, why am I talking about this subject? Well, here's the true reason for it, because so many people, they want their dream car, but they end up finding that just certain parts are very expensive. And to do the job right, they're charging you an arm and a leg at repair shops or at a dealership. And I completely understand, and I can see why people hate certain cars. People hate BMWs, people hate Mini Coopers or Mercedes because they had a bad experience with that vehicle. Me, on the other hand, I'm lucky because I have friends that work on my cars for either free or for a very short cost, because I actually include them in my videos. My friend Dave, who owns European Auto Solutions in Hudson, New Hampshire, I give him all my business. He gives me a very good discount, therefore I put him in my videos. I show his work being done. And then I also make little videos just for him. So it works out well for me. That's why I can afford German cars. Now, on the back end of this story, 3 years ago, I made a video about this BMW 330. It's a stunning car, as you can see. The first thing that you see is the wheel and tire combination. It's a sport package, so you get the sport package seats, you get the 5-speed, you get the 19-inch E90 19-inch wheels and tires, and it's just a striking, beautiful car. When I sold this to a friend of mine, his name is Bobby, and his girlfriend Dee, they're much older than I am, and you would think that they were able to take care of this car. Now, life does get in the way. It absolutely does. A pandemic hits. You know, they have grandchildren that they have custody of. And recently I found out that they split up. And the reason why this car came back to me is because Dee wanted to sell the car so she can buy an everyday daily driver. So I said, bring the car up and I'll buy it back. I want the car back. So when she brought it up, I'm looking at it and I'm like, what the hell happened to this car? I'm like, I haven't seen it in like 2.5 years. And I'm looking and I'm like, the body looks great. It still looks great. The wheels and tires, they look great. But then you start noticing the cracked windshield. The rearview mirror is gone, and that part of the windshield is busted up. And then you see the tape holding on to the directional. And then that little stitching that was a little bit loose in the sports seat is totally ripped apart. And I'm just looking at it, I'm like, oh my God, and it's disgusting, it's filthy. So I had to detail it. After I detailed it, I wanted to take it for a drive, and when I set up the car, all the lights came on. I'm like, what the hell is going on? The oil light stayed on. Usually the oil light on the E46 will stay on for like 20, 30 seconds at first, and then it goes away. It's just warming up. But then a check engine light came on, and then the coolant light came on. I'm like, what the hell? So I shut the car off. It was late. The next morning, I went to my local Pep Boys and I grabbed some fluids and I topped off all the fluids in the car. And I was just shaking my head. I'm like, what the hell? And then I started driving the car. The car is still very quick. I was very happy with that. And as I'm driving it, all of a sudden I see a little light go on, a little yellow light. I'm like, and the car just stops driving, and then it goes, and it stops driving. I'm like, what the hell is going on? Wheel sensor is kicking on. So the traction control is, slowing down the car. I'm like, oh my God, what the hell's going on? And then we'll go away. And so I bring it to my friend's shop, RGA, around the corner from my house. They're in Pelham, New Hampshire. And I said, hey, can you check this out real quick for me? So they put it up on the lift. We check it out. Everything looks good. The shocks feel a little bouncy. The brakes are in good condition, but from sitting for so long, I think they only drove it 5,000 miles per year. So on and off driving, those rotors will warp. All right. So when you step on the brakes, you get the pulsation. And it was running a little rough. I was like, this poor car, it's such a nice car, but this is what throws the regular person off and gets disgusted about having a foreign car. It's these little problems. So the air intake boot, which is a common problem, sucks in air, throws off a check engine light, and it will surge. So the RPMs will surge. It will drive fine, but you come to a stop sign, and all of a sudden the engine will start surging. I know these cars very well, and that's something I know that has to be replaced. So I was like, okay, that has to be replaced. The brakes, they're good, but they should be replaced because they pulsate. The shocks could be replaced. I think they should be replaced. What else? Oh, the wheel sensor, of course, that should be replaced. The windshield has to be replaced. And then when I'm driving, I put the radio on. The radio comes on, but there's no sound, so the amplifier is blown. I'm just like beside myself. So I call up my friend D. I was like, listen, I'm not buying this car. I'll sell this car for you, because as much as I want to fix this car and take it to the next level, the time I register it, get a title in my name, it will be 2 months. And by then, it will be going into the fall season. So I told her that I would sell it for her, and that's what I did. I put up on Craigslist, I put up on Facebook, and the very first person that called me, his name was Bob. Young kid, he had a BMW, so he knew the quirks of this car, and he was the first one to show up to my house. We took it for a ride. Like I said, it's a beautiful looking car. It has a bunch of quirks and stupid little things, but the top is in very good condition. The AC works. The clutch is brand new from when they bought it. They bought it off me. The next season, they put a clutch in. They put a starter in. So they did put some things into it, and they put brand new tires in the front, I believe. But other than that, it's like the stupidest things, and I just don't get it, Things that a car enthusiast can fix, others would take it to a shop and get frustrated at the prices that they're getting from these repair shops. So that's why, if you can't afford buying these cars, please do not buy them, because they are going to be a headache. They look great. If you could find one that's in really good shape, just stay with the maintenance and you'll be very happy. Now, when Bob bought this car, I drove it to his house. He's going to fix everything. So I'm going to do another video showing everything that he's done. And the cool thing about Bob, a young kid, 30 years old, he has his own race team. So check that out. There's a couple little clips in there. And I love to see him on a racetrack. I love to videotape that. So Bob, when you watch this video, I'm hoping that maybe you'll invite me to a track day. I can get out there and make a video for you. He knew he had to put about $2,000 in this car. He knew. He looked at the car, he goes, I don't mind spending $2,000. I sold the car for $5,700, which is very reasonable. Everybody and their mother contacted me on this car. Everybody. Sport package, those wheels, the new clutch, sold the car right away. I mean, literally 2 days. But Bob's gonna put some work into it. And another thing, Bob called me that same night after filling up the gas tank. The gas was leaking all over the place. So the filler neck, where it meets the gas tank, is disintegrated or something happened and the fuel just leaked out until it leveled off at the gas tank. So that's another thing he has to repair. So I do have some upcoming car videos. I have a 2004 Infiniti i35 I just recently bought, 2005 Nissan 350Z convertible, 2003 Audi TT 6-speed 225 horsepower in immaculate condition. What else? I have some travel videos that I do. I have to get out there. The pollen season, it's been really disgusting out there finding cars. I just haven't been out there. So guys, I appreciate you watching my videos, and wait till this car is finished. I'll do another video. Like I said, I want you to see the before and after, and I want Bob to be just a happy guy, because after spending like $2,000 into this car, he's gonna enjoy it for a very long time. Okay guys, until the next video, Baldadonis out.